Okay, we've made it out of the weekend with all of the quarterfinal matches settled in 2 games. Crips is our first women's semi-finalist, beating Prodigy 14-2 in Game 1 and 15-0 in Game 2. They will be facing Lito, who beat Excel Women's 4-2 in Game 1 and 3-0 in Game 2, with us witnessing the definitive negative aura moment of the season. Let us see that for a bit. Okay, I'm just going to show this one screenshot, but that's about it. You'll go and find it yourself. Come back. Then, in the other semi-final, we have our rematch from last season's finals. Wonder 6 ladies with Ilishka Krupnova making her SFL debut against Jupes, and they came away with a 12-3 win in Game 1 and a 10-0 win in Game 2. Now, their semi-final opponent will be Titans, who beat Owls 4-1 in Game 1 and 3-1 in Game 2, with plenty of bodies hitting the floor between both matches. Now, on the men's side of things, Nemesis booked the first semi-final berth with a 5-3 win and a 4-3 win against a spirited VS side. Their opponents in semi-final 1 will be Inos, and there were a couple of key moments in their matches. Now, in Game 1, Inos beat Ini 6-7 in extra time with 54 seconds left on the clock. At the beginning of the third period, Inos were ready for face-off at the buzzer, but Ini wasn't, and consequently, Ini were given a 2-minute for a delay in play. Now, then Inos converted the penalty to go ahead, but Ini fought back to push the game into extra time. Ashri had the chance to finish off the game with a penalty in extra time, but his attempt was safe, and Inos then won the game a minute later with Eugene scoring the golden goal to seal Game 1. Game 2 was over in period 1 when Inos took a 4-0 lead, and then Ini never really got back into the game, so Inos ultimately walked away with a 7-1 win and progressed to their first ever semi-final. In the other quarterfinals, Wonder Sticks beat Perhe 5-3 in Game 1 and 11-6 in Game 2, and Star beat Excel 9-3 and 11-2 to see a in-principle rematch of last season's semi-final again. Small little injury update. Daphne is out for 3 months with both a fracture and a muscle tear. Please get well soon. Don't rush your recovery. Okay, so our boys have qualified for the men's U19 WFC next year. It will be in Zurich. So this is the final standings from the qualifiers. Singapore and Australia both qualify. Here are the results. So Singapore beat Australia 4-2. We beat Japan 11-1, and then we beat New Zealand 2-7. Okay, the main event next year will be at Zurich, Switzerland, 29 April to 4th May. And SUniG news. Okay, for the women's side, SMU won SUTD 9-0 last Tuesday, while NUS won SIM 6-5 in a close match, with Kate netting the winner close to the end of the match. In the men's side, SIT won SUTD 10-0, while SMU beat SIM 7-2. This week will be NTU versus SIT and NUS versus SMU women's, while NUS versus NTU and SMU versus SIT for the men's. You can see the fixtures here, and that's it for the roundup. Ciao.